Alright guys, so if you have been watching this channel and you've seen my shop hacks video, you've already got the shop tour. But here's the thing, that was a couple years ago. I've gained some new tools and I need some more storage, and frankly I do want some safety involved. What we're doing in this video is we're going to upgrade a ton of stuff in the shop. We already started this with that right there, that exhaust fan that I did for sucking all the welding fumes and paint fumes out of the shop. That was the first part of the upgrade. So now we're just going to go ahead and I am about to put the first piece of OSB up in this corner. Now let me show you what I got going on here. So I'm trying to paint these pieces before I put them up, but I also need to move everything off this wall and put it obviously somewhere. So I have that piece is actually painted upside down, but so I can walk on it. It's got a piece painted there, pieces there. I got a stool on top of a stool. It's just kind of really chaotic and really tight right now trying to make this thing happen, Captain. But I'm going to hang the first one, which is probably going to be either the easiest or the hardest, in the corner, and I got to drop that light too. And the ceiling has been fully paneled. That was a nightmare. But now the next nightmare begins, because now I'm going to have to remove everything off this wall and pull it forward so I can start on the next chapter. And last night I wrapped up getting this whole wall sheeted, but now that that's done, we need to move on to the next step, which is moving my air compressor. My air compressor used to hang out under here. It was controlled by that switch right there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to run some new wire up along the edge of this wall and out into the lean-to, which is actually beyond this wall. And then I will also run an air line, which I'm just going to use this 5/8 air hose, run it in the same path, and then that way when I turn on that switch over there, it'll turn on the compressor out there. That is the next task. Let's do that. Let me explain to you the frustration level that's going on this whole project. Okay, so you just saw I'm running that wiring, conduit wiring stuff right up in here, right? Okay, well obviously I need to continue, where to go? I need to continue that trim board all the way into that corner, which is where all of my stock material was. So I had to move all of that stock material, which I knew I was going to have to do, and eventually in this video I'm going to actually address this and make a shelving rack. Don't have the material yet, that's another problem. So I have to move all of that out to get back there to work on that. The only place that I have to move all that stuff is right here, next to where I need to be working over here later on. So which means as soon as I run all of this stuff up to there, over to there, I'm going to have to move all of this back over to there. Then later on, when I actually have the material, I have to move all this stuff out from over there, back over to here. I literally have spent more time moving stuff and tripping over stuff, and stuff's been falling over, than I have really been working on anything. This is this is the floor area. I've done some big projects in the shop, and it's been cramped, but this is just frustrating to a whole new level. So now I can add that and run that. So if you're wondering why go through all this trouble of running this flex conduit electrical wire stuff instead of running it through the walls before I sheeted the walls, this is the third time I've moved my compressor in the past 5 years. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it out there. I'm sure I will, and it just seemed a lot easier than trying to move all the insulation, drill holes through all the studs and run it this way. That's why we're doing it this way. Is it easier? I'm hoping so. That is it. Running the wire inside. I have fixed outside. Alright, so the air compressor isn't hooked up yet because I don't have the right air fittings. But as you can see, both lines run out into the shed, or the lean-to. Run back up here, big sheet of OSB in the way. And then there's where I'm going to hook my hose reel up to. And then obviously I have right there the switch. So I'm going to hit the switch and you're going to listen. Because, oh my gosh. I'm going to hit the switch and you're going to listen. Hear that? That's the compressor firing up. So that works out beautifully. I just have to get the right air fittings to make that work. Whew, that's done. Now, on to the next spot. So everything is coming along really great. I got all my clamps back up. All paints and everything are in this new cabinet that I built. And then the last thing I need to do is figure out where all my bin storage, like my bolts and stuff, is going to go. And I got one over here, but I bought one more, which I don't know if I need. But I also have another one, and I can't fit it right here because all the air stuff. So even though I have everything laid out and the hose up there, I'm thinking if I move that air line to where the electric is and the electric to where it used to be, which was over there, then I could put all my bin storage over here and it would kind of keep the dust off of it a little bit. And then my air hose doesn't really matter where that's at. But I just had the air hose all pretty up there. Am I gonna mess it up? Thought I had everything thought through. And I didn't. Alright guys, I have spent a lot of time and energy in redoing the shop, and I'm pretty happy with how everything is coming along so far. But we're not done. We have one more big thing to do, and that is to take care of the raw storage area type thing sitting right behind me. I needed to have a place to put all my plywood, all my cut-offs, everything like that. So that will be next. So, got the corner cleared out, cleaned up. Now what? What kind of storage rack am I going to make? I was hoping you guys could tell me because I don't know. I've actually put this off until last because I've been trying to figure it out. I thought about doing something on wheels. So full sheets like that are a problem, which I don't necessarily try to have, but I gotta have a space for them when I do have them. So, I gotta figure something out. So the rack does work. I think on a larger scale, if I had a bigger space to be able to go, I think this would actually work way better if I can make my slots a little bit wider. Because my slots were only about 7.5 inches wide. If you could go maybe 12 inches, it'd be I think it'd be really cool. But I removed one of the slots right here, and I was able to lean all my smaller stock against that back wall, and it freed up a lot. The idea behind it was that I could get to my large full sheets of plywood in the back without moving everything, and I can. I was able to slide stuff back here, no problem, and everything 8 foot is in the back, it stands up, everything's divided a little bit better. Really happy with it. So now we clean up. And the shop is now completely redone. I don't know how much of this is going to make for a good video because there was a lot that went on that I didn't film. And honestly, it's because it was a terrible situation. Working in the shop when it was all torn apart was awful. But if you want to see everything that I did, because I left some stuff out, I did some upgrades and some things that I didn't show you guys, make sure you subscribe because the next video will be a complete shop tour. I will tell you guys all the upgrades, everything that I did in this video. I'll give you some maybe reasons why. Maybe I'll tell you some things that went wrong when I did it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was at least decent because the shop is clean and I'm ready to start another project. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the shop tour video. At least I better see you in the shop tour video.